for Yevgeny Bratin. This is his third and final attempt at Moldova, and just the 2 kilo increase here for him, but that will be good enough to put him in the lead, and then he's just going to have to wait and see where he ends up at the halfway stage. And that bar was left out front.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't really look cracky sharp on that thing, didn't you think? It's as if he was holding back a little bit.
Well, I think he's got to watch himself, because the youngster, Kriku, will be out to prove himself here. And at the moment, Kriku is ahead of Bratin.
So he just looked a little sluggish to me going under the bar. You got to really commit and fly.
So the only man who's yet to start coming out onto the stage.
European champion last year in 85
Gavorek Pogosyan, the 85 kilo champion of Europe last year, and the bar going to 173 now for the Armenian to take his first attempt. Terrific power and explosion. The man who weighed in exactly on the limit here at 84 kilos, and of all the snatches we've seen so far, that is most definitely, Randy, the most impressive.
Yeah, now compare that to the prior attempt I talked about, not having such commit. Look at the way he flew under that bar. Absolutely no hesitation, rockets down to the bottom position. Look at this, even in slow motion you can see how fast he is.
And just to put that into perspective, the European snatch record, which is also the world record, 188 kilos, held by Akikos Kakashvili, way back since 1999 in Athens in the World Championships. Kriku, second attempt, lighter than the man who just got this weight. Corrects. Drives up, stands still, feet in line, and that will get 3 white lights. And the 22-year-old from Moldova takes the lead away from the Armenian by lighter body weight.
Get this replay, pulls, steady, pushes his head forward. That's to help save that bar. Keeps this lift. Watch this adjustment at the bottom. Boom. Stretches, pulls it back. A lot of lifters, I think, might have lost that lift behind.
At the moment, the top 5 on the leaderboard separated by just 3 kilos. Kriku in picture leads. Pogosyan second, equal on kilos. Didsbalis 171, Damanov 171, and then Bratin, who's finished his lifting, on 170. There's that photograph I was referring to help the technical controllers and the jury make sure that the right lifter comes out at the right time. Kriku 175. Now this will be a second personal best, because the 173 was a personal best. This will take him further, but more importantly, it will keep him in the fight. He's very definitely at this moment the better of the 2 men from Moldova. I just couldn't manage that correction this time around. In the previous attempt, he managed to save the lift, but not this time, Randy.
Yeah, not quite. We'll see the effort, though. You've got to bail out at some point, or you'll break an arm, too.
But he's still up there at the top of the leaderboard. And Damanov now coming in to take his final attempt at 176. Now, this is a 5 kilo increase And you've got to go back to 2006 when he got a silver medal, all of 5 years ago, since he last on a competition stage lifted this weight successfully. 30 seconds, plenty of time, locks on, wraps those fingers around the thumb, builds, visualizes. Well, David Riggott scratches his head. Brandy, I really did think he was going to get that.
Boy, a great shot of the teeth on the effort. I mean, really burying the fangs. Not the opening they want here for the hometown crowd.
It leaves him on 171, and there are 4 attempts left. So maybe a little bit of good fortune that the others haven't really got away, but I might be speaking a moment too early. It just depends on what Dizbalis and Pogosyan now deliver. And the bar to 177 for the Lithuanian in that very distinctive green. Dizbalis, Aurimas Dizbalis, 19 years of age, and vying for the gold medal here in the snatch phase and a half-time lead. Arms almost at the extremities of the bar. 20 seconds. Second attempt. Well, a little lopsided there, but he managed to hold on and correct. And that's Lithuanian fire in the belly there.
I don't know, are these guys like incredible Hulk understudies? I mean, the green and the most muscular pose pops this thing. Deserves to celebrate. Maybe should contain, frankly, a little bit of that energy.
But takes himself 4 kilos clear. And the most important thing is that he has body weight advantage over his immediate opponent. And that immediate opponent is Pogosyan of Armenia. Pogosyan, second attempt, bar at 178. A kilo more because he is the heavier man. Just to nudge himself ahead of the Lithuanian. Well, he's got one more go at this. Interesting, Pogosyan, who last year at 85 kilos did 165, 204 for 369.
But that miss surprised me. Like, he's ripping the tape off his thumb. He's going to retape his thumb. Swings the bar out a little bit. You can see how fast this guy is. I mean, he's like a cobra. Bam! But the weight is not where it needs to be. I don't know what's going on with the thumb. I think it was his right thumb. It is. Yeah, said some bad words, I think, in Armenia, and is retaping.
He has one more attempt. So has Dizbalis. So Pogosyan sticking to his guns, taking 178. This, of course, first year at a new weight class, but up against the Lithuanian, who has one attempt to follow after this. So this to take him from bronze to gold and to give himself a 1 kilo advantage. 50 seconds, time is not an issue. 8 years more experience than the Lithuanian. Thirty-second buzzer. And never really got under the bar. That bar never never getting high enough with the bar there, Randy.
Yeah, you know, kind of a repeat of the second attempt. And to me, what's really more interesting is, okay, we got this anticipated duel between him and Damanov. And you know what? They both fumble. Just when Damanov opens the door, watch what happens here. Up and down.
But the one man who hasn't fumbled is the Lithuanian, the junior world and European champion from this season, and also the under-23 champion. So 2010 was a very successful season for the man in green. And here he is. And he's put the bar to 182. He's trying to say goodbye to the rest of them. Now this would be a really big advantage. Just having a look at this, 174 in the junior Europeans, 178 in the World Championships, 169 in the junior worlds, 163 in the under 23. So you can see 182 is a measure of the progress that he's made coming into 2011. So this for 3 out of 3 and a mighty advantage. Well, the others can breathe a sigh of relief because that's the first hiccup there for the Lithuanian, and he stays in first place on 177, but he's only 4 kilos ahead of Kg of Romania, of Moldova, and 4 kilos ahead of Pogosyan and Damanov. He can really breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, he lucked out.
He's only 6 kilos off now as we go towards the second half.
Watch the bar when it gets overhead, because this guy's shoulders and arms look really twisted. I mean, to me, you know, the position they're in. Kind of a big miss, but he actually had a good day. There's Bronius.
Part of the halfway stage, this 94 kilo Championship of Europe still very much open now. And it is Lithuania, though, who take the gold. Here it is, 2 out of 3. And you can see there, 4 kilo advantage over Kg. And then Pogosyan, by virtue of his heavier body weight, getting the bronze. And Damanov, 1 out of 3. Very costly. And he's 6 kilos off the lead, with Bratan of Moldova just behind in 5th place.